What's up, guys? It's Lord Both here for another video, and the mastermind behind Rings of Power has been kicked to the curb by Amazon. Now, yes, I was being a little bit hyperbolic there, but Jennifer Salke is getting at least demoted at Amazon in a very big way. This article comes from Deadline entitled Jennifer Salke steps down as head of Amazon MGM Studios, segues to producing with first look deal. In a surprise move, Jennifer Salke is stepping down as head of Amazon MGM Studios after 7 years. The news was just shared internally by Prime Video and Amazon MGM Studios head Mike Hopkins in a memo which you can read below. Salke is segueing to a first look film and TV producing deal with the studio, which is interesting because she was pretty much the driving force and heavily involved in the creative process for Rings of Power, which has been the most costly disaster for Amazon Prime Video. So the fact that they're kind of getting rid of her isn't that crazy. I mean, she did cost them a ton of money. But to pretty much just have her come back in a producing role, the thing she did the worst at, seems a little weird. Because just as the head of the studio, she did a fairly good job. Whenever she was not actually involved in the creative process of a project, a lot of times they turned out pretty good. Things like Terminal List, Reacher, both successes in a major way for Amazon. It was only when she started to meddle did things usually go sideways. And in Rings of Power, it went sideways in a big way. The article also states she will not be replaced with the head of studio role eliminated in a streamlined new structure. So that's interesting. They're deciding to restructure how they're doing things there at Amazon Prime Video. We've decided to flatten our leadership structure a bit, with head of TV Vernon Sanders and head of film, streaming, and theatrical Courtney Valenti now reporting to him. That's Hopkins. What this tells me right here is that they probably told her, hey, your position is being eliminated. We don't think we really need it anymore. It was just a kind way of saying, hey, we really don't want you anymore. And we need to get rid of you. And really, this other guy can probably do your job. So we're just going to get rid of the position and get rid of you. It almost kind of feels like this position, just in general, was just a DEI position for Jennifer Salke, so they could have their talented female exec running things over there without really running things over there. And when she did decide to run things over there sometimes, it ended up pretty bad. We felt this was the best direction for our studio, which will now operate as distinct film and television studios. So Hopkins' plan is to separate the studios now, where movies are going to be made by the movie crew and TV is going to be made by the TV guys. And my guess is that in this whole new restructure, they might hire some actual TV people to work over there that actually know how to make episodic television. We will be taking a couple of weeks to have thoughtful conversations with Jens Directs and others to finalize the ideal long-term structure for the Amazon MGM Studios organization as a whole, and we'll have more to share on that work soon. Yeah, we're going to have our people talk to her people, get what her plans were for everything, and then we're going to finalize this producing deal with her. I'm sure it's going to get done. Yeah, it doesn't feel like they're in a rush to keep this lady on. It kind of feels like they're being, hey, you could take a lower position and you can produce your little shows that are probably going to do terrible, do your creative thing, because that seems like what she likes. Doing an actual creative thing, which, to be honest, that looks like what she likes to do. Be creative and make her own television, which I and a lot of people think is terrible and subversive to the actual lore of some of the things that they've taken over. But, if she wants to go make her own shows about something else, go ahead. We'll see how many people tune into it. But it also doesn't feel like they're in a rush to get that deal done. My guess is there's a little animosity about the fact that she cost them probably close to like $2 billion now on a show that they're committed for like I think 4 or 5 seasons at least. I mean, it's pretty bad over there. But yeah, it's nice to see somebody who wrecked Lord of the Rings, something that is sacred to me, get punished just a little bit in their career by, at the very lightest, take a deep demotion. But those are just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave in the comments. If you liked this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, appreciate you watching all of it, and we'll talk to you again later.